If your bank or broker is skipping this one step, turn around and run. Hey, it's Karri Flatla here, Alberta mortgage broker in Lethbridge. So I'm seeing a bit of a trend, and I saw this trend when I was real estate agent for 11 years, and I certainly see it as a mortgage broker, and it's concerning. And I think it just comes down to the fact that people don't do mortgages all the time. It's every few years, maybe every 5 years, and they don't know what they don't know. And so some brokers and certainly lending institutions aren't taking the time to inform people up front. And here's what I'm talking about. So 2 scenarios that are very concerning that every other client I've worked with as a mortgage broker tells me about as soon as we get on the phone. And we get on the phone, and that's where I'm going with this. So the first one, and I saw this all the time when I was a realtor, is, hey, are you pre-approved for the type of house that you want to buy, for the price point that you want to buy? Oh yeah, I've been with XYZ Bank for 10 years. I'm good. Red flag, instant red flag. That tells me that there has not been a thorough discussion, let alone a valuable, underwritten pre-approval done for that client. Maybe a drive-by pre-approval or a back of napkin pre-approval, but not a proper pre-approval. And then the second scenario is somebody calls me, they're interested in getting pre-approved for a mortgage or maybe even a refinance, and they're like, yeah, I actually have been working with someone else, but they just, I talked to them for 5 minutes and then they just sent me an application link. And I don't really, I had some questions. I want to know, if it's better to do 10% down or 20% down. I've got some extra money from my family. They've got all these questions, and they're like, I don't understand what my options are. I'm like, well, how could you if they just sent you an application link and they don't know anything about you? Yes, you can fill out an application link. There's one on my website right now at karriflatla.com. Go fill it out. But I still can't advise you until we get on the phone and we have a discussion. So veterans of the mortgage and real estate industries know you should always be setting up what's called a strategy session or a discovery call with a new prospective client. I don't know what the different banks' policy is on this, but it's getting missed all of the time. It's getting missed. And how is the consumer to know? They're like, well, I'll just give the information I'm asked for and hope that they spit out a mortgage. It's not a smart way to manage the biggest transaction of your life. How do you even know that you're getting the right mortgage product, let alone the best rate? So in that call, or in-person meeting, whatever you prefer, but in that call, some really important questions should be asked of you, right? Down payment, where is it coming from? Do you have the cash in hand? Is someone gifting you the down payment? How much down? Is there an advantage to doing less than 20% versus 20% or more down? Do you have a preference for a fixed rate or a variable rate? Do you understand the pros and cons of fixed rate versus variable rate? What are you comfortable with? What's your tolerance for risk? Is there a possibility you could break the mortgage early? Are you staying here for a long time? What kind of employment do you have? Are you self-employed or conventionally employed? How long have you been employed at that particular job or with that business? Is there anyone else going on the mortgage? What are your credit obligations? Do you have any bruises in your credit history? Some things might not show up on the bureau, such as a $600 a month truck payment. Or, hey, I'm in the process of getting divorced. What should I do? These are huge things that you need to know that can't be captured necessarily in an online mortgage calculator or filling out a link online. So, upon very first contact with a lender, a broker, somebody who's offering to do a mortgage for you, the first thing that they should do is offer to set up a meeting or a discovery call, and it's not 5 minutes. I don't know how anyone could possibly cover what's needed in 5 minutes. And trust me, it will save you so much hassle later, because once we have that call, and if it's an effective strategy session, then we can send you an application and a list of the documents and information that we require based on what we learned about your finances and your goals in that call. And I'm telling you, the time to learn that you can't actually get the mortgage that you thought you could get is not your financing condition deadline on a purchase contract. Because on a Friday afternoon, if you find out that a whole bunch of stuff was missed on your mortgage application or in your pre-approval, you're going to lose the property most likely, especially in a hot market like the one in Alberta. The seller's going to move on. And if you're getting a refinance or you're switching your mortgage before or at renewal, the time to learn that none of this is going to work is not 1 week before term maturity on your mortgage. And now you're stuck. So it's always, always, always better to plan for success later. You know, like the whole measure twice, cut once. So take the time. If nobody's asking you, like almost grilling you with questions before you even fill out an application or provide information and consent, something's really being missed. And it will come back on you later when you least want it to. So if you have any questions at all about that process of a discovery call, applying for a mortgage, applying for a refinance, applying for a switch, let me know. 403-382-7335 or look me up at karriflatla.com. Remember to like and subscribe to my channels, and I will see you for the next one. Happy mortgaging. Take care.